Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, guys. I am going live. I just said this on Instagram a couple of minutes ago. On Instagram, we're going live tonight. We're just going to hang out. I know a lot of people are going to catch this replay because this is a pop up. This is a pop up video. It's more of a birthday party pop up. And I know it's literally in the middle of the night, but I wanted to go live for birthday night. For birthday night, guys, you guys know how much I adore birthdays. Like, I love birthdays so much, but we're going to get into that. We're going to get into why I love birthdays, why everyone loves birthdays, and how you should focus on giving gifts for birthdays. Like, what does that actually look like? How are you giving your gifts? How are you receiving your gifts? What is a good birthday experience that you've had? What's a good birthday experience that I've had? And I really want to get into a bit of a story time. So I may relabel this, possibly, who knows, but I really want to get into a bit of a story time about what's going on. So as you know, what's up, anyone that's new here, feel free to subscribe, follow on YouTube, also Instagram, all of that good stuff. But this conversation is really about birthdays because everyone has birthdays and everyone has birthdays, but how do you celebrate your birthday? And it's something that I have found to be extremely controversial. So buckle up your seats for this conversation because this is a really odd topic. I feel like it's a really odd topic and kind of what prompted me to come on in the middle of the night to have this conversation with you. And I want to talk about why it's a controversial topic and what the two sides of the aisles look like when it comes to birthdays and birthday gifts, birthday gift giving, and what does that look like for people who are involved in birthdays, which everyone has one. So that's why I love this topic. Everyone has a birthday. So what we're going to be doing is I am going to be trying out, while we're hanging out here and while we're having this chat, I'm going to be trying out some new ginger beer. As you know, I live that alcohol-free lifestyle. Alcohol-free, non-sober is what you call my subset and segment of my little segment and corner of the alcohol-free life. Alcohol-free, non-sober. What that means is that you are alcohol-free, but you are non-sober. Typically, when you meet someone who's alcohol-free, they are typically sober and they have conversations surrounding sobriety. Shout out to y'all, anybody who's coming from the sobriety, sober lifestyle, because that is hard. People tend to always congratulate me on being alcohol-free. And I'm just like, that has nothing to do with sobriety. People that are overcoming a daily challenge of sobriety, they need the shout outs. They need the congratulations. They need all of that. I don't really need that. I'm just a girl who's never tried or never tasted alcohol before. I don't think that deserves the same medal. Like, they get a whole different medal. Yeah, it's a whole different medal for them. So anyway, I want to try out. Typically, if you check out another video, I'm not sure if it's up yet, but I gave an alcohol-free in tech talk at South by Southwest, which was amazing. And you can see that talk here, and it's about being alcohol-free and what that looks like in the tech space. So I found these at Whole Foods. Actually, I found these at Whole Foods and I kind of wanted to break them open and really dive into this. This is called Jamaican Soft Drink Ginger Beer, Summer House Drinks Ginger Beer with fresh ginger root. And the interesting thing about ginger beer, it's non-alcoholic. It's literally like, it's just ginger, and then they put some little stuff. They put some like rosemary or something on it, and then they put it in a cute bottle, which I really enjoy and I really love. So we're gonna do more alcohol-free moments. Ooh, this is handmade in Scotland. I love it. Handmade in Scotland. Okay. So we're going to be trying these out, and I'm going to be trying these out in my new mugs. If you can see that I love these mugs here. I absolutely love these mugs. I love it. Yes. So coming to you in the middle of the night. And this is something that, again, I want to talk about birthdays, So to get to the topic of birthdays, we all have birthdays. Shout out if you have birthday. And I want to talk about what that looks like for people who, how do you spend your birthday? How do you do that? And for me, I love birthdays slightly. No, I was going to say slightly less than I love Christmas. I think I love birthdays a little more. I love birthdays a little more than Christmas. I love a birthday. And it's a couple of reasons that I love a birthday. It's an opportunity for you. To me, it's the start of your new year. It's the start of your new year. And what that means is a lot of people celebrate the top of the year, like, oh, New Year's Eve. Oh, New Year's Eve. It is not really your New Year's Eve. You weren't even here. Your birthday is the start of your new year. So whenever you're thinking, oh, I got to start on the 1st. No, you don't. You have to start on your birthday. Your birthday is a fresh start. Your birthday is your new year. So that's one of the reasons why I really love birthdays. But also, in addition to that, you guys know that I love helping people. I love supporting people. And as you know, with Pitch Your Nonprofit Show, we have funded almost $500,000 on Pitch Your Nonprofit Show. It's really just in me to help people. And I feel like on people's birthdays, you really get to celebrate them, and it's about them, and they get their moment, and you can help them shine, which I absolutely love doing. And so, yeah, that's kind of why I love birthdays. But I want to get into the meat of it. The meat is gift giving. Oh my God. This is so controversial. And the reason that I say it's controversial is there's two separate ways to give a gift. For birthdays, two separate ways. You can give a gift based on what you want that person to have, or B, what that person really wants for their birthday. I'm curious to know, leave a comment below. Which one are you? Which person are you? Do you give a gift based on how you feel, what you want that person to have, or do you give a gift based on what that person actually wants? So let me back up. It's a bit of a story time. Like I said, sit in. We're going to hang out for a while. We're going to hang out for a moment, and we might go into the next day on okay, this is more birthday text, guys. This is more birthday info. And we really want to look at how do you give the gift? So I will give you one story. So, okay, this is a good story time. Story time. Gosh, I have so many examples of birthday gift giving situations. I want to know from you, do you expect people to give you what you want, or do you expect people to give you what they want? I really want to know that. I have no idea. I know for me, previously, I thought birthdays were about the person and celebrating that person. So, for example, if you told me that you love race cars and you like whiskey and you like scotch and you like perfume and you like coffee and you like video games, I'm going to think about you, what you would enjoy, and I'm going to get that birthday gift that best suits you. I thought that's what everyone did. It's not. It's absolutely not what everyone does. Everyone doesn't even believe in that. They feel like you should get what is given to you, whatever that is, and you should just be happy. I will tell you one thing. I don't like video games, scotch, whiskey, coffee, none of those things. I have purchased many of those things because my friends like those things, and I get that for them for their birthday. On the other hand, for me, in my experience, I remember I was at my house, and at this point I was getting ready to move. And this really rings true to me because it's just so interesting. And I think it's interesting to have these conversations. I received a call. I got a call from my friend, like, oh, okay. Got a call from my friend. And my friend says, hey, what size bed do you have? Is it a queen? Is it a king? And I was like, oh, it's a queen size, but he's like, oh, I'm just at Bed Bath & Beyond. I said, oh, make sure you do not get me anything for my birthday from Bed Bath & Beyond. Do not get anything. I don't want anything from Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm getting ready to move. I already have enough linens. I have enough towels. I have enough sheets. I have enough everything. I do not want one thing from Bed Bath & Beyond. Again, I say, I felt great. I was like, oh, I vocalized my position. I not only vocalized it, I explained why. I did all of these different steps that they teach you when you are in communication, when you're negotiating for a hostage, all that stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, this person heard me. They understood me. This is my homie. This is my friend. He's going to like do what it do. Okay, fast forward to the little luau, because I decided to throw a little luau for my birthday. We'll get into that. I do a lot. And fast forward to the luau. Do you know my friend who I love dearly? I'm sure he'll never see this video because he's out in the world and like making all sorts of dope movies. But I'm sure he'll never see this. But what stood out to me is hey there, I see. Okay, organized chaos. It's Selena, guys. You remember Selena? Hey, Selena. I would love to get you to pop into the live. I don't know how to do that. I would love to get you to pop in. You about to head out now. You're like, oh, shoot. I would love to get you to pop in. Pop into the live. Yeah, Selena is out of Chicago. And we love Selena. We love the women in tech. We love it. And so, and Selena, feel free to chime in on this. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I wonder how I can get you into the live to chime in. Oh, here's the link right here. Okay, let's see if that's the link. So you have it. That's the link to chime in. Fast forward. I say, hey, I know he tell me he's a Bed Bath & Beyond. And he wants to know what size sheets I have. And what size bed I have. And I'm like, oh, hold up. Before we go any further, before you leave the store, if you are planning to give me any sheets, any towels, any linens, anything from Bed Bath & Beyond, no offense, Bed Bath & Beyond, I don't want it. I don't want anything from there because I'm moving. I have enough sheets, towels, linens. I don't want to transport items. And I don't like objects like that. And I said all of this. Fast forward. Let me freshen up my. Okay, good. Okay. And fast forward. My good friend, who again I love dearly, my good friend shows up to the luau with a bag, not full of just sheets, not full of just towels, but monogrammed sheets and towels. Monogrammed. It was just like, what? Huh? How you show up with monogram sheets and towels when I told you I ain't want no sheets and towels? Whew. Okay. That's example A. And in that example, and this is why I say it's controversial, because in that example, someone would say, Liberty, you should just be grateful for whatever they get you. It doesn't matter what you want. It doesn't matter what you say, what you want, what you request, anything. I just don't feel that way. I don't understand how anyone would feel that way. As I mentioned earlier, if you tell me you like coffee, you want this special blend of whatever, I don't know, like whatever you say that you actually want, I'm going to actually give you what you want, not what I want you to have. And I would love to hear some insight and feedback on that. That's my stance on that. And let's see, as Selena gets freshened up here, we'll bring her on and get her insight from that as well. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who has a birthday. I want to shout you out to everybody who has a birthday. I think that it is just really dope that we out here, and I want to know how you feel about that. How do you feel about the gift giving, and how do you actually give your gifts? How do you make that decision on how to give gifts? And tell me what you think of that Bed Bath & Beyond story as well. Like, what do you think? Should that person have listened to me say that I don't want that? Or should I just accept what I was given and go, oh my gosh, now I have these monogram sheets and towels that I won't use and will never take out the bag. And I think you spent $200 on these, but I'm not using them at all. Like, what? I was so thankful that this person thought of me. I was just so grateful and so thankful. But I look at it through the lens of, I want to give a gift that I know will be utilized and will be used. What do you think? What do you think? How do you think about that? Tell me your thoughts. Get in the chat. Let's talk about this. And feel free to message me, and make sure you subscribe. Message me over on Instagram as well. And because this is a really big thing, because again, I love birthdays. It's my favorite month of the year. And I celebrate the whole 31 days, whole month of May, like celebrate it. And that's one example. And another example, I had another friend. This one I think is really common, and it's been common throughout my experience, is my friend want to take me to, which is common. A lot of people love a dinner. They love a dinner. They love to go out for dinner and drinks and have a good time. And it's something that me personally, I am not a fan of. I'm just not a fan of it. And oh, wait a minute. I think I have someone coming in. Now we're live, folks. And give me 1 second, because I have never done this before. So I will pause my story on, actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish the story on the dinner, and then I'm going to bring Miss Selena on and get her thoughts on the Bed Bath & Beyond and on the dinner. So what the dinner really symbolizes a couple of things. Everyone likes to go out and they like to have a good time. They like to drink. And he wanted to take me out. It was a really nice dinner. It's probably like $500 for us. It was a nice dinner. And I verbally, again, expressed to him, that's not truly what I want. I don't want to spend $500 on dinner. I would rather $500 cash. And he told me that my birthday was not about me, and it wasn't about what I wanted, and it was about what he wanted to give me. That caused a lot of problems in our friendship. And again, I love him dearly, and we're friends, close friends to this day. But that is a situation where I learned every year I'm typically faced with these particular situations. And that's why I have, if you go to thelibertyshow.com, you can jump into the actual perfect gift that I've designed for Liberty, you know. So if you want to check that out, go over there. And those are just two examples of what birthdays look like. So I want to bring Miss Selena on, and give me 1 second to bring her on so we can get her insight on what she thinks about the Bed Bath & Beyond, and also what she thinks about the dinner. Okay, I'm going to do that right now. Okay, Miss Selena, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Give me 1 second. I dropped my glasses.
Oh. This is the first time I ever did this.
Hold on, I can't see.
I can see you.
Hold on.
Okay. While Selena's coming on, I think she said she dropped her glasses. While she's coming on, guys, just kind of pull up a chair, hang out with us, because we're talking about how controversial birthdays are. How do you experience them? What does that experience look like for you? What's your best birthday gift that you've received? What's the worst birthday gift that you've received? And were you vocal? Did you say anything about it? Did you decide to speak up, or did you say, you know, I just have to get whatever is handed to me in life, and I just have to be thankful about it? What did you do about that? And we have Miss Selena back. I was just checking your Instagram message. There you go. Okay. Miss Selena, did you get a chance to hear? Hey, welcome, Miss Selena. How are you doing? We both over here in the jungle.
See my plan.
We both over here. So I just posted on Instagram that I was getting ready to go live. Guys, follow me on Instagram at Liberty Madison. And I said, you know what? I was getting ready to go live, but then I had to take a moment because my nails weren't together. So I just kind of recorded myself on Zoom doing my nails. So you will see that coming up shortly. And we made 2 separate videos for that. And I wanted to come on. This is completely pop-up, completely unplanned.
This is so cute. I love your Zoom.
Oh, thank you. This is
Or
this StreamYard.
whatever this is. I love this.
This is StreamYard. Thank you. And thanks for coming on and being my first live person. Because normally when I come on here, I'm talking and people are chatting, but I never bring people. So
you know, not my little plant, honey. That's the dead piece, honey.
Selena,
Lord.
so let's talk about this. I know you were listening in the live. I would love to get your insight on what does it look like for you when it comes to birthdays. As you know, it is my birthday month, the month of May, and you've known me for a long time. You know how I am about birthday month. I love to do the most, and I haven't gotten into why I love to do the most and why I make it special for myself, but I was talking about how other people experience birthday month and what are your thoughts on gift giving and how you receive gifts. And do you personally like to give gifts that people actually want, or do you like to give gifts that people may not want so much, but you like it?
So that is hilarious.
But isn't it something though that nobody talks about? It's like,
yeah, you should definitely give people the gifts that they want. You know, like, first of all, I'm not spending my money on something that you don't want.
That's an excellent point. And what makes you take that position? Because we talked about before you joined two sides of the aisle here. It's two sides of the aisle. Some people say you need to give the gift the actual person wants, and other people say I'm gonna give the gift I want to give because it's my money and it's what I like.
So, okay. I think that you can give someone a gift that you would actually buy yourself. So, for instance, I don't want someone to give me something and they wouldn't give it to themselves. So, my best friend, her birthday was a month and some change ago. And I went into Gucci and I was looking for a card wallet, and it was a few different colors. Now, I wanted the red Gucci wallet. I wanted it. I was like, oh, this is cute. Red is my color. Your girl loves red. And I was like, okay, but neutral, everyone can always wear it. You know, she doesn't have to feel like she has this pop of color. Maybe she's just not into that. But I opted to get her the red one because I knew that I would want it if somebody was buying it for me. So I think that if you're coming from that angle, you can, give somebody something that you want, but like it still has to be something that you know that they want. I know that she needed a wallet. She had just went to Jamaica with me, and on her way to Jamaica lost all of her luggage.
Oh,
The airport lost all of her luggage. All of her pieces in her luggage.
oh no.
So I
Oh
wanted
no.
to jumpstart that luxury.
Get that foundation going.
Exactly for her. So it was something that I knew she needed with a little twist of like, ooh, having an eye for fashion type of thing.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I think the difference that you just kind of brought in was the elements of don't give someone trash, basically. Yours was to sum it up, right? You was just like, I don't want anyone to kind of give me that. So let me elevate it a bit because that's really what I would want someone to do for me. So I think it was like the difference of elevation of what you were offering. I also agree with the fact that because I've already stated my stance on this, and I'm sure you know my stance. My stance is you need to know what the person wants and have them in mind when you're getting a gift for them. It's their birthday, not yours. So it's not about you, it's about them. And I used this as an example earlier that I have purchased video games, razors, scotch, whiskey. I don't like video games, razors, scotch, whiskey. None of those things are things that I want at all. But I know that they are wanted by the party who is receiving them. So that's the focal point, and that's where the gift giving goes. And for the examples I would love to hear your thoughts on the examples that we talked about earlier with what does it look like when you tell someone you don't want something, but it's not about what you want. It's about that they think you should have it. That's the Bed Bath and Beyond situation. And then what do you think about the dinner situation? And we can go into that as well. So I would like to start off with the Bed Bath and Beyond.
Okay, because this is so funny. Honestly, I can't talk to you like nobody's watching us. Keep this up. The real conversations, we will keep this thing down to the ground. It be a rolling conversation. Girl, Bed Bath and Beyond. It happened 5 years ago. I need y'all to not keep for so long about it.
I know, like I'm trying to keep it moving because we would still be laughing at Bed Bath and Beyond. But I would love to.
We resurfaced a joke, honey. I got a few in your DMs waiting for you.
Yes.
So that is just like, you are overdoing it. First of all, do not tell me that my birthday is not for me.
Well, okay, so this particular person with the Bed Bath and Beyond, he didn't say it's not for you. That was the dinner. He said it's not about what you want. The Bed Bath and Beyond story, to recap for anybody that's just joining us really quickly, the Bed Bath and Beyond story is my friend gives me a call. He's like, oh, I'm at Bed Bath and Beyond. What size bed do you have? Is it a king or a queen? And I said, it's a queen. But if you're planning to get me anything for my birthday from Bed Bath and Beyond, do not get me anything from there. I don't want sheets, towels, or linens. I have enough sheets, towels, and linens, and I am planning to move. I don't want the burden of carrying new items, new things with me. I don't want to add to things I'm giving away. Mm-hmm. And I explained I don't want anything from Bed Bath & Beyond. Then I explained the reason why I don't want anything from Bed Bath & Beyond. And then I said I don't want sheets, towels, and linens. And then he showed up to my birthday luau, because I do the most. He showed up to my birthday luau with a bag full of not just sheets, towels, and linens, but monogrammed sheets, towels, and linens. Go ahead. What's your thoughts? And then so in this story, I will say this. In this story, that's why I say there's two aisles to this, because some people say, oh, well, you just should have been grateful he got you something. And then the other thing is, didn't you say don't get you that? So now I have this whole bag that's like $250 worth of stuff that I've never opened, never taken out of the thing. And it like went in the trash.
Oh, yeah, no. See, because we already know he should never did this. But what I wish he would have done, if he had good intentions, because sometimes people be looking at.
I feel like he had good intentions. I will say that, because when I asked him, why did you do this? He was like, I had to show up and come with the best gift and set the tone that people need to treat you like a queen and treat you like the amazing friend that you are. And I was going to set the tone that nobody comes with less. I love everything you said. I love everything. Everything you said. But I still said,
don't do it. My mentor, she says this quote. She says, when you do too much gets done. That's what he did. He did too much.
But I feel like
I wish he would have
showed up with something. Oh, go ahead.
I wish he would have got you a gift card and been like, I know you said that you were moving. I really want to make sure you're well rested because you're a queen and you're Oprah of Silicon Valley. And I need you to sleep really well at night. So when you do move, here's the gift card.
And this is in Silicon Valley, this story. So I feel like, so what's your official opinion on him doing that. It's a no, right? Where we at?
No. No.
It's a no,
It's
right?
a no.
Oh, it's a no. And it's still opportunity to feel grateful, right? Because I'm grateful and I really enjoy our friendship, but why do you have to be grateful for stuff that you don't want and you said don't get? Like, you know, why is that now my burden to bear? And whenever I tell the story, people think I'm the wrong person. I'm the person in the wrong. Yeah.
Why you putting that on me?
Now I have a burden to bear because I don't want Bed Bath and Beyond. And it's like
burden.
It's triggering for me because every time I drive by one, I just think Monogram towels, Monogram sheets. It's a lot. Yeah. So it's a no on that one. And
no.
Also for the birthday, and you can see how it's so controversial. And on the other side of that, the dinner one. Okay, so this is the dinner one. If you know me, you know I'm probably the most unconventional person that you probably ever meet, but I look conventional. Like I look real easygoing and conventional, but I'm not. And I don't like birthday dinners. I don't enjoy them. I don't like them. And I've had this conversation with you many times. And it's something for anyone new kind of coming along to the Liberty Madison show, Liberty Madison World. I don't like birthday dinners for a number of reasons. One, I've had dinner before. I'm going to have dinner tomorrow. I had dinner yesterday. And I'm not going to remember this moment or isolate this moment as a special occasion. And it's just not going to hold as much weight for me in like my world of viewing. And as soon as I get up and leave and as soon as I flush the toilet, that experience is gone. So I'm just like, I want something that is memorable, that lasts a while, and something that I can always recall you on and think about you on. So that's one reason I don't like dinners. That's one. And in this particular situation, he wanted to take me out. That's not the main one. That's one. He wants to take me out. And the dinner, it's like about $500. And I let him know I would prefer the $500. And that's when he said, it's not about you and it's not about what you want for your birthday. It's about what the other person wants to give you. Take it away.
That was spicy. That was spicy. I know this is a non-alcoholic show. But
we having a non-alcoholic show now. Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
This is not Pinot Noir.
And that conversation sparked years and years worth of conversations surrounding birthdays. I was so taken off guard and I was so taken back because for me, I know what I would have preferred for my birthday, and I wanted to buy stock. And I was like, that would help. Like, that would help me. That would definitely be an amazing birthday gift. It's not a conventional gift, but it will definitely be something I think more of the gift giver. And for myself, it's just, that's what I wanted. And he would rather have spent that on dinner that I did not want and didn't value.
Yeah, I think that he needed to learn more about love languages.
Let's talk about that. So if anyone is watching this, I love the 5 love languages, and there are 5 love languages, and we'll briefly go through them. There are gifts, acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch. And wait a minute, how many did I get? Gifts, acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch, and what's the other one?
You said physical touch, right?
Yeah, I said physical touch. And then the acts of service, words of affirmation, gifts. Who's the 4th one? Well, whatever the 4th one is, that's not our love language.
Whatever the 5th one.
Whatever the 5th one is, that's not our language.
Whatever that one is.
That ain't us.
We don't want that. I'm gonna let you know that right now. We don't even know what it is.
Oh my God, we gotta find it because we can't be out here educating people. Oh my God, y'all just bear with me. 1 second.
Live is so cute on YouTube.
Huh?
Live is so cute on YouTube.
No, it's not because we can't find the love language. Okay, I got it. Here we go. So let's go over the 5 love languages: words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts, which is receiving gifts, quality time, acts of
Quality
service.
time.
Yes. So out of the 5 love languages, that when you go to the 5 love languages, Gary has you take a test and he does your top 2. So you have to do your quiz and then you pick out the quiz actually determines your top 2 love languages. And that's how you interpret love. So before we get into the dinner, what's your 2? What's your top 2, Selena? Is it words of affirmation, physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, or acts of service?
Acts of service and physical touch.
Acts of service and physical touch. Okay. And the example that they have is for acts of service for people wondering. It's basically if let's just say you're at home and like your husband comes in and it's like, hey, Selena, I took the trash out for you. That's an act of service. That to you, it's like, ooh, okay, like that, that gets you excited and you really see that as love. And physical touch, I think that's self-explanatory as to what that means. That's like they have holding hands, kissing, and more. And I will say for me, my top love languages, and I think this is also why I love birthday month so much. My top love language is gifts and acts of service, which is a gift.
You like double tap on giving me stuff.
Because for me, I see it as a person I'm a big action person. I'm not a big come in and sell me a dream and don't do anything. I don't like just when people talk and they don't do anything. Obviously, I love words of affirmation, like you can do it and positive things because we do that for each other all the time. But on the grand scheme of things, if someone is just constantly whispering sweet nothings in your ear and not doing anything, I'm just not here for it. I need, and I mean, the saying is as old as time. Action speaks louder than words, So to me, if a person is showing that they care about me or that they love me or just that they care about me, they're not just talking. They're physically doing something to make my life better and to make my life easier. And that is how I land at gifts and acts of service to explain that. And so, yeah, now we have that information. So tell me, what do you think about the dinner situation? To recap, he wants to go to $500 dinner. I wanted $500.
Yeah, I mean, that one is just like interesting because on one end, I get this person of saying like, it's my money. I want to spend my money how I want to spend my money. But he didn't really say that. He said it's just not about you. On your birthday. So that's
I guess both are the same. Yeah.
Both are the same. So I can like a little bit understand a little bit. But then first of all, I love these photos of you. But then I'm like, if you are trying to truly make me happy, you should know what makes me happy. And I'm telling you what makes me happy. Why not do the thing that makes me happy?
Absolutely. And I use the term as bring me my dinner. And I want to touch on bring me my dinner. It means for me, I've been vegan for 10 years. So if you as a person kind of in the world and you think of, what do they call it? A prime rib porterhouse steak thing? Like that's supposed to be like luxury. You know what I'm saying? Like that's supposed to be a big deal. If you like, oh, I got a prime rib porterhouse ribeye. I'm just saying all the names I know. And you go, oh, this is good. I'm gonna fix this. And this steak thing is $200 steak thing. Here you go, Liberty. And I'm gonna be like, oh, can you bring me my dinner? That's yours. Like, My dinner doesn't have that on there. I don't want that. You know, like I really don't. I see that you value it, which is great. So you should probably eat that. So you should probably have that for yourself. But that's not my dinner. So if you could bring me food I like, that would be fantastic. And
Yeah.
what Gary talks about in the 5 love languages is most people before reading his book, you know, because before reading his book, we were all lost. Most people tend to give the way that they like to show up in their love language, but then you have to identify the other person's love language and fuel them with how they receive. So if your love language is quality time, why am I doing gifts? That's so opposite, because if you want quality time, I know you didn't say that, but I'm just an example. But if you want quality time, you're thinking it's Saturday. My husband's going to spend all day with me, and we're going to have 8 hours on the hiking trail. And we're going to do, you know, just ride our bikes and do all that stuff. And for me, I would, and they're probably thinking, if I were your husband or wife, because gift giving is my big thing, I'll be like, oh, I just sent Selena this amazing dress. She's going to love it. See you later, babe. Right. I'm gonna be like, she's got this amazing dress. She's gonna be great. She knows that I care. She knows that I love her. I hope she enjoys her day. But for you, you would look at the gift and say, oh my God, I don't want this. I was looking forward to this day that we were going to spend together. It's a difference of love language. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. And I think that I have different elements of every love language too. It depends on what space I'm in.
Okay. You know I mean? Because like, we all have different, we all can pull from all 5, but just because he said what's your top 2, I think people kind of point those out. But you're right, as far as we all have all of them.
Exactly. Like when I'm in grind mode and I got a lot of stuff going on, I definitely want acts of service, because I'm tunnel vision. I can't even think. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that I just didn't know your love language, or just
I think the problem, I think the issue for me is, even when I vocalize what I want, having the resistance is a challenge. And in both cases, I was vocal. And I feel like just for me in my life, like my overall life, I feel like I don't have a problem being vocal. It's the defending of the territory, because people say you got to draw a line. You got to draw that line. You got to have your boundaries. What happens when you have your boundary? You make the line, you draw the line, you stand at the line, and then they just push you back. It's just like I was vocal in both scenarios.
Yeah, people think that they can change you and change what you value and change how you think. I think that that's the reason why people do that. Like, oh, like, well, if I do these type of things, then maybe, you know, she'll forget about it and she'll start to appreciate it. No, I already know
they kind of change their love language. That's what you think?
Sometimes, possibly, like, if I expose her to this, she's gonna love it just as much as I am.
I could see that. It's kind of like, it's a good example. Alcohol-free ginger beer. It's kind of like when I say I don't drink alcohol. Do you know how many free drinks I could fill up a little stadium on free drinks that I've received from people trying to do exactly what you just said. Change your position. And I used to tell my friends going out, I say, the best way to get free drinks is just to say you don't drink. I'm telling you from experience. When I say I don't drink, all of a sudden, I am surrounded by drinks. And I guess I never really thought about that, but you're right. It's people trying to push you and change where you are. But for me, that's not something that's kind of up for grabs. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I don't do crack.
Right.
But you like some? Oh no, thank you.
I feel like too, sometimes people can like do it unintentionally. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
okay.
even can say that I probably do that unintentionally. And actually, now hearing you say this, I probably do it unintentionally and kind of set myself up for failure because I expect someone to love, show the same love language that I do. So, for instance, the
Okay.
same way that I love acts of service, I also give it at a high demand.
It's kind of like the example that we just used with the gifts. I would give it because I know that's what would be something that I would want, and you would
Like
give
your
the acts of
whiskey
service.
and whatever the games that you were talking about. Exactly. So it's like, oh, when someone doesn't give me that, I'm like, they don't love me. But they're loving me in another way. But I don't care about that.
Don't care because it's not how you receive love, and it's because I feel like they didn't read the 5 love languages. You have to fill up the tank with that specific type of gas that person accepts, and that's how they register love. And he talks about that, and you have to outline that. And I think it's important to note that it's okay to have your preference and to have your love language because that's the way you receive it, and the other
Yeah.
party needs to acknowledge, listen, and validate how you receive it so that you can feel fed and feel fueled.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
So I see I gotta hit you up on YouTube Live to see that beautiful face.
Oh my, you always be trying to FaceTime me. And I'll be
Let's
like,
talk about FaceTime. Do y'all text, FaceTime, or call? Because I
girl,
hate doing both of those. I like
I
to
told
FaceTime.
you know I don't do FaceTime. I be like, I'm just not here for it. I'm just not.
I be having social. So one of my Shelton, I was talking to him recently, and I was like, I'm gonna get a WeWork office because I need to be around people. He like, you miss the chatter, don't you? I was like, yeah. He started cracking up. And I'm like, I don't know. I was even interviewing someone today, and I was like, well, one of the benefits is that we still have our office. And yes, I love working remote. I would never work for a company that tells me I have to like come back to work
Be
forcefully.
there 5 days a week.
But exactly, but I do love the opportunity that if you want to go, it's there because building relationships in person is just so different than building relationships online. It's never going to be the same as like the personal interaction. And I am someone that gets a lot of work done in like co-working sessions and
Oh Lord,
brainstorming
yes, I know.
sessions. Yeah, I'm like, that's like my thing. It's not to like waste time, but I literally, it's, I'm an energy person. So when I'm around a lot of energetic people that's like driven and working on their
I
dreams,
mean,
like,
that's why that's one of the reasons that we connected in Silicon Valley. And it's one of the reasons that we were in Silicon Valley. And people, that follow me, you guys, that kinetic energy of ambitious go-getters. And I have this analogy that I like to use. I give this every time I give a talk. Is Silicon Valley is full of people who got on the plane. And when you think about it, you're like, what? Everywhere in any town, USA, is somewhere with an idea, with ambition, with a dream, but everyone wants to get to California. Everyone. And they have to do one thing. They have to get on the plane. That's it. They got to get on the plane. You know how many people don't get on the plane? They don't get on the plane. So you're in an area where it's concentrated and condensed with the best, the brightest, the best of the best of everyone who got on the plane across the country. Everyone across the country got on the plane and they came to California. They came to Silicon Valley. And that's why you can walk down the street and meet the guy who invented the iPhone, the guy who invented the keyboard, the guy who started the internet. Like, it is literally just a place where you get that constantly. And that's why I love it. It's that energy that you you can't get anywhere else. I just love it so much. And to kind of go back on birthdays, because I want to talk about how you give your gifts, because thanks for giving your insight on those two examples and those two scenarios. How do you look at gift giving?
So acts of service, like I said, is my love language. So even when I give gifts, it's for a purpose. Like I don't know how to just randomly give someone a gift. Like
Mhm.
every gift that I give someone is like with intention. Like I'll give somebody, a workshop if they're trying to do X, Y, and Z. Like I gifted someone,
Mm.
they were trying to pivot in like a different career sector, and one of my sorority sisters owns a career coaching business where she does resumes and cover letters. I gifted that service, right? It's still gift giving, but it's still like active service type of thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and yeah, so a lot of that is very similar. Like even with um like my mom, like even stuff that she even asked for, like we'll get her a barbecue grill. She actually uses it, right, to like cook for her family. So it's like those type of things. Like I gave you the example with my best friend. So even with when I do gift giving,
Mhm.
it's like
And also, I want to note too that
an
your
acts
mom
of
is
service.
your mom's a Taurus too. So I just want to shout out to her for being a
Yes.
Taurus, and she had a wonderful New York adventure that she went on. She had this cute white jacket on, and she was just really cute. I just want to make a note of that.
Yes. I
Happy
got so many
birthday.
Taurus in my life, girl. Well, Capricorns and Taurus, we get along real good. So,
Capricorns and Taurus are like the best superhero team out there.
yeah. Yeah. So, like, all of, like, the people that I talk to frequently, a few of my other friends, most of them are Taurus. Most of them are Taurus. I've been having a lot of, like, Sagittarius come out of nowhere, but he was just a like tourist.
Yeah.
Is a lot of my close friends are like Pisces.
Okay. Okay. I feel like one I talked about on live, on not on live, but on Instagram, that I had a revelation over the past hour or so as to why I don't like birthday dinners and why I'm very unconventional with birthdays. And again, I love birthdays slightly less than I love Christmas. I might like birthdays more than Christmas. Like I love birthdays.
So
And
I can't throw you a birthday dinner.
you can do whatever you want. What I want
It's stock.
is
Don't be
definitely
a
not
stock
that.
party.
And the, I talked about this on Instagram, and right while I was getting everything together for this just pop-up conversation, I realized, why am I so against this birthday gathering or birthday dinner, or these different things? And it's two things that really stand out to me, because I know it's a conventional way to express relation for the birthday girl, birthday boy. It's a conventional way to do it. And the two things that stood out to me is, one, time. For me, to the other party, it just seems like, oh, I'm going to take you to dinner. But what if you have 20 people who want to take you to dinner? That is pulling time and resources away from what you actually need to be doing for your business, what you need to be doing for your life, what you need to be doing for your brand. And for me as a creator and entrepreneur, I don't have a 9 to 5 check coming whether I work or not. Like I don't. And it is, I'm literally going to be working on things that I need to make happen, or things that I need to move forward. And you want me to take 5 hours out to go to one dinner 20 times. That's intense. And I'm just like, oh my Jesus, the time is a lot. It's a lot of commitment from one person. And I think That's one reason that I really am just like, oh my gosh, that's a lot, because now I got to do this 20 times.
Or you
That's a
could
lot.
just have everybody come to the same birthday dinner.
Well, everybody's different. Everybody's separate, and they want to do what they want to do. Remember, they want to take you to try out this particular thing and do this particular location. So it's 20 times. And so that's one thing that I just realized today. But the number one thing that I realized as to why I don't like birthday dinners, and this doesn't come from birthdays, this comes from my lifestyle in general. And I've always had an issue with this. And I started to work on an app in order to solve it. But the thing is, when people want to take you out to dinner, they're looking to be boastful. They're looking to be expensive. They're looking to be extravagant. They're looking to pop bottles. They're looking to have some, you know what I'm talking about, right? Selena, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I get what you mean.
Yes, they're looking to do that. This is the problem. As a person, and this has been a kind of a struggle for me just because of my lifestyle. As a person who doesn't drink alcohol, you can't pop bottles on me. I don't drink alcohol. So the other girl next to me, you didn't spend $200-$300 on her, and I've got zero. I don't drink. So that means nothing to me. And I always leave empty-handed when girl over here then drunk up $500. And I get $0 and maybe a cup of ice. That's one. And then you didn't give me the equivalent of the drinks. You didn't Venmo me. You didn't Cash at me. So now it's costing me to be here. That's an issue. The other thing is, when you're going out and you've got these people who want to be braggadocious and boastful, which is cool, I like it, but in the context of celebrating me, that doesn't benefit me. The second thing is, people like to go do luxe meals, which includes steak, seafood, lobsters, all of shrimp, all of these things. I don't eat any of that.
First of all, the visual that I have, you just sitting at your birthday dinner, everybody's cheers. This is great. Cracking the lobster, dipping it with butter, me cutting the steak. These lamb chops are top tier. Yes, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. And you just like, it's my birthday. You're enjoying it more than me.
And I say this because today I realize that is the reason why. Because it's not only the reason why throughout my life, because that's my lifestyle. That's always been a pain point for me. But I realize why I don't like it for birthdays, because I literally sit there with either a glass of juice. I have somebody be like, everybody's turned up, and then they just put some mixed pineapple juice and apple juice in a cup and put a little umbrella. Now I'm supposed to be happy. Right?
What would you make it sound like that?
I'm just saying, because you got to think about it. People spend tons on alcohol and drinks. What happens if you don't drink alcohol?
Yeah. Well, okay, so let me give you a different perspective.
Are you going to give me a different experience?
No, because this, I feel you. I think that too, like sometimes when people really love you, they love celebrating you. Like when I go out with my girls for their birthdays, like it's a thing. I'm like, this is the
thing though. Like, you know me, I love to turn up. I think more than anybody else love to turn up. Right. I love to do the most, but yeah. I like to do the creative most. So that's why, and I'm thinking of the different birthdays that I've had, especially like in Silicon Valley when I threw a luau at Startup House Oakland, and I had everybody in luau stuff, and we was luauing, and then I threw the pizza API party where we had.
I remember you promoting that.
When we had pizza API, and then we had everybody do it. Like nobody really had made their own pizza before. And so we did like a protocol with all of these different toppings on. We did a whole thing. That was super fun. And I had a DJ and it was lit and it was turned. Like that was fun. And then I had my Prince country western line dancing party where people came and they country western line danced to Prince. And I had like a camera crew and just all of this stuff. I know all those examples are odd, but it wasn't just sitting down at a dinner, you know?
It's stuff that you actually will want to do. So I get that. People just need to respect that. I get it.
Yeah. And it's like, I for me in my head, I'm just thinking, I literally have dinner all the time. Like I had it yesterday. I'm probably going to have it tonight after I get off. And I just feel like when I look at the country western line dance party with Prince and the crew coming out and like the flyers and getting on that Japanese reality show at the party and had like all those people, that to me is memorable.
That's lit.
Like the luau, you know, like all these developers and like
that's cute.
And then like Pizza API, I love Pizza API because that was my first time ever making a pizza from
which is fun.
Scratch.
Which is fun.
It was like dough and everything. And all of the developers like invited people and it was their first time too. Most people had never done that. And we had our DJ, we was turned up, we had the lights. It was just really amazing. And I think also what it is a combination of I actually like to have fun and I don't drink and I'm not eating. It's like, how do you have a luxury vegan experience? How do you have a luxury alcohol-free vegan experience? What even the best vegan food isn't that expensive. It's not. Because I've looked up like luxury high-end vegan restaurants. They're nothing compared to somebody who just got $100 steak. And then you can't really drink that many alcohol-free drinks to equal. I mean, you've seen an alcohol bill before. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean, especially if it's at a nice place. I mean, one drink can be like $17 with a tip. True. Like it could be like $20.
That's true.
If you go out and you have 2 or 3 drinks, you're spending $60 on just drinks.
Just the drinks. $60 plus a water. That's me. $60 plus a water. And then I think I got tired of hearing, "Oh, you're such a cheap date. Oh, you're such a cheap." Oh, yeah, because they'd be like, "You don't eat none of this stuff that everybody else eating. You don't get alcohol. You don't get blah, blah, blah." Oh, yeah. No, I'm not here for that. Just Venmo me my stuff. Why's my lifestyle being, like, why am I being persecuted? Yeah, that's a whole different conversation. But that was my revelation that I had. So you're the first to hear it.
Well, I hope this birthday is everything that you desire because your birthday is in 30 minutes in Chicago. So I just wanted to say publicly happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And for everybody who is watching, thank you for hanging out with us. And thank you for watching this on replay if you're watching it. And make sure you go to the Liberty Show, and that will help you give the perfect gift to Liberty that you know is going to be valued and that you know will go to celebrating the biggest day of the year for me, which is birthday and birthday month.
Exactly. And make sure you subscribe and support Pitch Your Nonprofit and the Liberty Madison Show and everything that Liberty is doing because she is the ish.
You are so sweet. Thank you so much for coming on, Selena. I know it's late where you are, and we're on the same time zone. Yeah. So I was gonna be like, wait a minute, we're on the same time zone. But I'm going to let you go ahead and go. Thank you so much for coming on. You got your lips together. You was like, hold on, let me get my lips together.
Girl,
and you look great.
You still don't got no filter, honey. I was looking
Girl,
for the filter buttons. I said, "Where the filters at?
the filter
Where the
is your
filters
lighting.
at?"
You just better get your light right. Because like I said before, look, this is just my face, okay? This is just how I
I
look.
said, "Bitch, I'm just serving the girl's bare face today, okay?"
But you came through with the lips and the glasses.
Listen, my glasses, honey. That's all I got to give.
Well, we thank you so much, Miss Selena. Make sure you guys
Yes.
follow Selena. You'll be seeing her on the channel too, because we're always up to some cool things. So thank you so much, lady. You enjoy the rest of your
Bye,
night.
y'all.
Bye. Thank you so much for having Selena come on. I think that was very interesting. And I want to talk about, because like I said, we're buckling up on this conversation. We're going into birthday month. We're going into birthday day. We're gearing up all 31 days. And as we talked about, and Selena gave us her insight, which is very, very valuable. I'm just going to send out a message here and let people know what's going on. You know, what's happening here. And we're over here on Instagram right now. We're over here. It was so funny because I was talking and you guys, we're going live. So yeah, I really like the fact that Selena chimed in and she talked about what she was up to and what she was doing. And we're going to do more stuff with Selena. So I hope you guys liked her, because we're going to have her back on the channel. And a couple of things that we're going to do with her is going to be in the kind of success study hall world, because we're going to do a lot of kind of working together. As she mentioned before, she loves co-working. Lord, I've known Selena for a while. Selena loves a good co-working session, a good co-working opportunity. So we're going to have her on so we can actually do some co-working together and really continue to excel and level up. And again, guys, I want to thank you so much, and make sure you go to, let's get that to pop up here. Make sure you go to the Liberty Show. Go to the Liberty Show for birthday month. We celebrate, if you know me, welcome to the Liberators. Welcome, Liberators, living that liberated life. This is the space to be if you are living that liberated life and you are a person who doesn't really stay with the norm. You don't stay with the norm. You are overcoming obstacles. You are breaking down barriers, and you're not taking no for an answer. You're just not doing it. And you are a liberator. And I myself have overcome obstacles. I myself am still going through obstacles. I myself, I know we'll have more obstacles in the future, but that's just what it looks like when you want to be a successful person. And when you really want to, hold on. Okay. All right. When you want to be a successful person, you're going to have obstacles in your way. And welcome home, guys. This is the place to be. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. But I just wanted to come on and give you an opportunity to get to know me a bit. And I want to get to know you as well. I want to get to know you. And as Selena mentioned, Pitcher Nonprofit, amazing show. A bit about me. Pitcher Nonprofit is the Shark Tank of nonprofits. We have funded nearly $500,000 for nonprofit founders. And it's an amazing space because it's not just the funding that I'm really, really excited about. It's the fact that we actually train and coach the founders on how to pitch like tech founders. I love it. And I give back constantly on Pitcher Nonprofit. And I just love that show. So I'm glad that she mentioned it. And I want to again encourage you to go to the Liberty Show if you want to tap in to supporting Liberty on really the next journey of what's happening. I love my supporters. I'm actually friends with a lot of I like to look at it as fans turned friend turned family. And for me, that has definitely been the case of my time on social media, my time on YouTube, my time on Twitter, my time on Facebook, my time on Clubhouse. I've met so many amazing people, and it just continues to get better, and better. I wanted to come on tonight and just do a couple of videos for birthday, because again, I'm just such a huge fan of birthday. Huge fan of birthday, and wanted to come on and just talk about that, but mainly talk about the controversial topics that surround birthday and surround gift giving and surround how do you show up for people in their birthdays. And let's see. And I do this on every live, every Zoom, everything I'm on. I always do the Zoom selfie. Okay, guys, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. And if you're watching this, I'm just checking here because I'm getting a couple of birthday texts here. Okay. Let's. Okay. And all right, we're taking a picture. We just posted that on Instagram. And we are doing. You know, I want to talk about. I want to talk about moving forward. What happens next year? What are my predictions? What are my thoughts? I want to know what are some of your thoughts so I can add that to my list. What are my goals? I feel like my word for the new year, and if you have been listening to this, you know that this midnight pop-up live out of nowhere is important because it's setting the tone for a new year. This was not planned. This was not scripted, but we are here and we're making it happen. And I'm so glad for everyone that tuned in. And I'm really glad for the fact that we're able to have this conversation, y'all. This conversation. And I want to know, what are your plans for the new year? For me, I want to do a video on that because I have a new word that I've outlined for my year. And I got it from one of my Pitch Your Nonprofit founders who has really who's really helped me tremendously. And I enjoy talking with him and receiving insight from him and pouring into him, and he pours into me. And it's so interesting how a lot of us don't know what we don't know, but we also need to identify that we all have gaps, and being open enough to work with them and explore them so that we can overcome them. All right, y'all, that is going on Instagram. I want to thank you guys again for hanging out with me for my birthday month, and I will see you on the other side. Okay, that sounds cryptic, but I will see you on the other side, as in tomorrow is in birthday day versus. Okay. I got to talking too much. I didn't even open my stuff. Man. I didn't even open my stuff. But I do like this nail polish. I just want to tell y'all this. I really like this. This is Sally Hansen Velvet. Right there. Can you see that? I really. Hold on. Hold on. Right there. Okay. There you go. Now you can see it. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Let me go ahead and get a shot of that so you can see that. Okay. There you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much